Hello everybody, welcome to the Mike from LA1 Network here on YouTube. And boy, this is my Monday Night Raw review for July 8th, 2013. And boy, it was a night of shockers. The night of shockers for everything here on Monday Night Raw. Somebody is searching for a new job at this point, and somebody got a job that he was not expecting. But we'll get to that in a minute. Well, first off, it was Vicky Guerrero addressing the WWE Universe. And if it was truly her last grasp as the reigning boss of Monday Night Raw, she didn't go out quietly. She climbed up the ladder after her ascent to power, and then, as it turns out, Jerry the King Lawler said those two words that Vicky is known for saying after a long time. He said, "I've been waiting a long time for this. Excuse me!" And this took place in Baltimore, by the way. Next week, Raw will take place in Brooklyn. So there you go, Nets fans. And then Jerry announced that it'll be a WWE app vote that would factor in to her job review, and she gave a final offering. She planned of All-Star matches for the Money in the Bank ladder match for the All-Stars. It was Kane versus Christian, Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus, and Randy Orton versus CM Punk. Wasn't enough to save her for the chopping block? Well, that was probably the best. This is probably the best Raw she's ever run, personally. First was the WrestleMania 28 opening match rematch between Daniel Bryan and Sheamus. Boy, this match was no 18-second slog for Daniel Bryan, as this one was pretty good. This was actually one of the great matches on Monday Night Raw tonight. It was, at the end, it ended in a mostly submissions. Daniel Bryan nearly got him in the no-lock, but then Sheamus got him into the cloverleaf. But Sheamus should have known better, because Daniel Bryan knows every counter for the submissions. But in the end, Daniel Bryan got the pin 1, 2, 3, and that's the second Goliath in 3 weeks that he got. So congrats to D. Bryan on that one. Next, it was the WWE Tag Team Champions, The Shield, taking on Tons of Funk. And boy, Sweet Tea nearly got the victory, but of course, he didn't see the tag from Seth Rollins that Roman Reigns got on Seth Rollins, and the Shield won, no surprise. That was not a big surprise. Next, Mark Henry and John Cena met face to face, and probably the funniest joke of the night said, "I've been starving for 17 years." And Cena says, "You're starving? Good. Grab a Snickers bar and shut the hell up." And that was the best. That was so funny. But there was one thing that everybody that made me laugh, but we'll get to that in a minute. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was so funny. Whew. You think it's that easy? Yeah. Yeah, but then in the end, Cena got the same fate as Ryback did at WrestleMania. He gave out the big weight under Mark Henry's weight, and in the end, Mark Henry, before a final World's Strongest Slam. Oh, I said before he walked around the ring with it. Yeah, but we'll get to that. Yeah, and he marched around the ring with it. Gee, sound like anybody? Ryback? Yeah, sounds like Ryback. Next, it was Curtis Axel versus Chris Jericho. to be fair, this was actually a pretty good match. Paul Heyman came out with sunglasses because he got punched in the eye by Alberto Del Rio. Yeah, the Miz was on commentary, and yeah, Axel was in the early going, countering a code breaker and executing the perfect clutch, but led to a mental error as Chris Jericho pulls off the victory over Curtis Axel. Axel got his first loss since becoming a Paul Heyman guy. It was almost perfect. Yeah. Next it was the world heavyweight champion Alberto Del Rio versus Sin Cara. And actually, Dolph actually did butt in, but he actually did announce things that, don't forget, Ricardo got suspended, by the way. And Dolph was doing, this was so fun. The best part was he called him a big loser, and Sin Cara nearly got the victory. But it went to a double count out, and that was probably one of the bummers of the night. Next was the big moment every member of the WWE Universe was waiting for. Vicky Guerrero's performance evaluation. And it was safe to assume once Vicky's fate was questioned, Team Ricky would have been dead. Yeah, and everybody, Mr. McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, and Triple H came down under the same music. That was stupid. And I really love that Triple H tried to do his father-in-law's walk. Well, that was so funny. But actually, it was actually kind of great. It was kind of like Gut Check at TNA, which was kind of cool, actually seeing that. And Mr. McMahon actually surprised everyone by making him the permanent GM, but Triple H had his own say, saying that she should have been gone. And he actually said, "You got the most annoying voice," and Mr. McMahon almost agreed, to a certain extent, but then Mr. McMahon wanted her to stay, Triple H wanted her future endeavored, but then came down to Stephanie, and then turns out she did not want to make the decision. So the WWE app vote decided it, and yeah, by 75% to 25%, yeah, she failed. So it was Stephanie McMahon that said those two words, "You're fired." So Vicky is gone. So best of luck to your future endeavors, but not like Vicky, she will come back. Yeah, but then led to the question, who will be the new GM? Boy, this should be awkward. Many of you guys saw my Raw preview, I said it could be Booker T going to Raw and leaving Teddy Long to SmackDown, or vice versa. Well, I couldn't be more wrong. Turns out Mr. McMahon named Brad Maddox as the general manager of Monday Night Raw. Yeah, the man that used to put grocery bags at Save Right, or whatever they said. I was like, oh my god. I could not believe it. Vicky may have been gone, but one half of Team Bricky is now the general manager. Oh my god. Now that was a big shocker right there. And everyone in Baltimore cheered when Stephanie said you're fired. So probably by the time of this video going up, it should, on WWE's YouTube page, it should be up. So you can see Vicky's reaction. Yeah. Next, it was Kane versus Christian. Overall, I didn't see much of this match because, well, I was putting my videos in a playlist. But then came the moment that me personally, I was waiting for. And boy, this was actually one of throughout the day they sent out a WWE reporter. The first one was had to ask someone for directions. I was expecting those cars from cars saying, "Oh, for the love of Christ, ask someone for directions." Turns out we didn't get that. And then when Bray Wyatt showed up lighting a lantern saying, "We're here," and the whole place in Baltimore just cheered. But then the lights went out, and out came Bray Wyatt and his true goalies. Let me see what their names are, so I can pronounce it. Hopefully I pronounce it correctly. Eric Harper and Luke Rowan. And then Bray turned the lantern off, and then, Lord, you know it, Eric Harper and Luke Rowan definitely blew out Kane, and he even hit him with the steel steps before Wyatt knelt down in form of his first victim, not likely to be his last. So overall, I think this may be a heel Bray Wyatt to kick off his career. So overall, I'm fine with that. Next, it was the Divas match. Obviously, I didn't care for this one. It was Kaitlyn versus Liv versus AJ Lee and Alicia Fox, and as it turns out, this was a no contest. So overall, the Bellas were on commentary and they were chick busting everything. Can she do it this Sunday? Next, it was CM Punk versus Randy Orton, and this was probably the best match of the night, despite that one I forgot I mentioned. Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton, and this came out and in the end, CM Punk hit the GTS, and CM Punk's your winner of Vicky Guerrero's last match as managing supervisor, avenging a WrestleMania loss to Randy Orton in 2011. But the less we take away of that one, the better. So overall, Bray Wyatt debuted and Vicky Guerrero got future endeavored. So that's all I got to say about that, and I'll see you guys next time.